Hey to all you cave guys and cave gals, Caveman Mining here. I hope everyone's having a good day. On today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something that happened to me.
What happened here?
And it involves me buying my first NFT. Now, normally on this channel, we talk about things mining. This does have some crossovers into the mining world since I use the funds here from my earning from my mining. But we're going to talk about how myself and 8,000 people got royally f***ed over. What I wanted to advise is we were involved in something called a rug pull.
Oh my God.
Now, what happened in this particular case is the developers that were in charge of this project waited till there were about 80% of the minting or the artwork sales were transacted, and they received the funds from the artwork, and then they just simply disappeared. Now, I just lost a little bit of money. I bought one NFT or minted one NFT, and it wasn't so bad for me. But meeting some of the folks in the community that minted 7, 8, 9, 10 of these things were really hurt financially and emotionally over this. So we're gonna go upstairs in the laptop and talk a little bit more explicitly what happened in this scenario, cover all the details because I think you guys are gonna be quite shocked. And I also want to advise you guys some of the warning signs when purchasing an NFT. Before we go upstairs, guys, we got a package here from our friends over at Crypty.co. And this is exciting because this is one of their new crypto mystery boxes. All right, let's see what's inside here. We've got our little mystery box logo. And wow, take a look at that. What do we got here? We've got a little koozie for Dogecoin. Little travel bag here with a little red piggy with the Bitcoin. And we got, wow, take a look at this, guys. Little shot glass, Bitcoin shot glass, little Bitcoin pin, couple of stickers. Wow, there's a bunch of little things in here. Bitcoin sticker, that's pretty cool. GTX 1080 Ti magnet, a fridge magnet. Wow, that's going right on the fridge. Little Ethereum Classic sticker. The Bitcoin King looks to be the Ethereum robot pin. So that is pretty sweet. Awesome, guys. Thank you, Hagen and the Crypty.co team for sending over this sweet little gift box. Like I said, these little mystery boxes are limited time, $19.99 now, so grab yours to check it out. It's probably going to be random. You won't know what's inside. And if you're interested to buy my catalog or anything on the website, go ahead and use Caveman10 for the discount code to get 10% off. With that said, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys upstairs in the laptop. So everybody knows the big craze that's happening now is people that are buying NFTs. And NFT stands for non-fungible tokens. Essentially, they are assets, if you will, that are either artwork or something visual, something that has a utility that can be used in gaming, embedded in a network or a blockchain. In this particular case, the NFTs that were involved in this scam were on the Solana network. The project names that were involved in this scam were Solana Doodle Apes, which is the site that you guys see here. And there was also a sub-project based off of that called the Mutant Doodle Apes, which is actually the one that I invested in. Now, if we go over to the Mutant Doodle Apes site, we're going to take a look here, and they really pitched this project very, I guess, hard to determine if it was in fact a scam. Their website was, I mean, just look at it. It's just phenomenal. The project had, royalties that would be sent back to the holders. So a lot of things that just seemed extremely intriguing from a point of being an investor. They had their roadmap planned out and laid out pretty cleanly and clearly, letting you know that there's going to be an airdrop happening, a public mint, the royalties would kick in, and then you would have exclusive access to what they called their Gen 3 apes. Everyone fell for this pretty hard, and they're still falling for this one, which is called the MDA Mutant Doodle Apes. So the minting, we'll take a look here, and I actually have it connected up to my wallet still, you could see that 7,148 people minted this. Now, those people are SOL value to this. So $112 a Solana, right? Price here, so 0.88, which is pretty much $100 on the dot. So we have, 7,100 people that are essentially, they minted this project times 100. And that's going to be just from a sheer US dollar amount, $710,000 just off of this one project. We're going to dive into it a little bit deeper, but these guys were involved in a multiple project scam. So it wasn't just the Doodle Apes and the Mutant Apes. There were some other projects out there along the way. We'll go and show the actual wallet as we get further into the video to show you how much freaking soul that these guys have, and then we'll tell you the dollar amount value. These guys, I will just say up front now, they are rich. Now, to get into a little bit of the backstory, on the day of the minting, which was for the Mutant Doodle Apes, was actually January 18th. Now, there was some drama that happened in the community here involving the two, what I would call creators or owners or core developers. One of them is this guy Gummies, as you see here, and then there's another guy named Lumi that I think he has pretty much just, he's gone, he's here. So they kind of filled people in on what was going on. This guy Whale Ape Angel was not one of the original project managers. He was not affiliated with the development team in terms of being in on the scam. He's actually on the outside. He's fully doxed himself now at this point. But these two guys, Gummies and Lumi, were not doxed to begin with. So that was a huge red flag in terms of this project. So you guys can see here, there's clearly some contention going on between Whale Ape Angel, Lumi, and Gummies. And basically at this point, it was evident as of yesterday at 8:05 p.m. that these guys were just MIA. They were no longer answering DMs. They were just not active in the chat, which made everybody anxious and nervous. So Whale Ape Angel pretty much said here, guys, I'll take over. If you don't want to do this, don't do this to everybody. Don't screw people over. Hand everything over to me, and I'll see through it that this gets done. And then just some chatter that kind of went back and forth. These guys went dark until this morning at 4:33 a.m. where Gummy said, "We're sorry, we're working on the airdrop, but the Solana network is not working. We're waiting for it to be fixed. We're constantly calling. Airdrops will be distributed." And you could just see it's just full of crap. The other guy, Lumi, at that point disappeared off of the Discord. So he's not even in the server anymore. So they did the whole classic rug sweep and took the money and ran at this point. Now, this guy, Whale Ape Angel, and there's a few other guys that were really, really heavily invested in the what we'll call the SDA. We're going to kind of put some acronyms, the Solana Doodle Apes, and MDA, which would be the Mutant Doodle Apes. They started a new community called the Solana Doodle Apes LLC. It's just a temporary name, but we got about 3,000 Discord members so far. I would say 99.9% of those folks are affected from the minting scam. So we as the community are taking over. Whale is going to be leading the effort in terms of trying to figure out a way to make this right, get the folks who are part of the minting their money or value back in some kind of way. So Magic Eden is actually the marketplace that listed those projects. They have been reached out to. They are fully aware of this scam. Now it has been requested that at the least the royalties that they will make from these NFTs be handed back to the wallet or the community, which Whale would then have access to and could distribute back to folks. That is one thing that we could do. But we're going to be moving forward, creating a new project, trying to figure a way to leverage what was already done. Essentially, I made the purchase of this mutant doodle ape, number 4,723. And again, they get 5% royalties on any transactions if these things are sold or moved. All in all, the artwork is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Now, this community that has been developed after the scam is quite amazing. I met some really smart guys along the way. Some guys that might have a little bit of a hacking background, if you should say, but more of a white hacking background. They were able to kind of dive into some of the data that were on these marketplaces, look at some of the HTML codes that were actually on some of the projects, and take a look at this. This is a Google Docs that shows projects where these developers were repeatedly found in all of the works. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly 9 or more. There might even be more projects out there. If you were to go in and look at some of the dates on these, they had recent mintings, recent drops. So these guys were extremely well organized, extremely well calculated, obviously very smart. Another piece of crucial information that was found was they tracked down the master wallet that these guys held. Actually, there are multiple wallets. I don't have the time to dig up the other ones, but this was more of a larger chunk of change in terms of a wallet that has SOL in it that is affiliated, that these guys actually obtain. 289,258 SOL, which is valued at 32,284,102 US dollars. Clearly, you guys saw what happened to the market today. SOL took a huge crash, so this thing was probably valued in the, I don't know, $60 million range. And again, I think we were able to track down a few other wallets which had a couple $1 million each in them. But we have some guys in our Discord that are actually getting in the nitty-gritty of tracking down these guys. From what I understand, we have some Instagrams, some LinkedIn information about potential individuals that may or may not be directly involved, cell phone numbers. So stay tuned on this story, guys. It is quite juicy. And I'm going to share a few tips quickly before we go, how to pinpoint a rug pull scam. So we're just going to take a quick snippet of an article here that's on techtimes.com on how to detect if NFT investments are rug pulls or not. So some of the red flags are here in the dots. Clearly the top one here, the project came out overnight, right? This thing just popped up out of nowhere. The big one, and this one I'm going to highlight because I believe this was the red flag that everyone kind of ignored, in the sense of that we got caught up in the hype, the artwork, project itself, but we didn't look into the developer's background. The developers were completely anonymous. We had no pictures of them. We had no names of them, no background in terms of what these guys did in the past, any type of past project. The other one is a low liquidity rate. They have an unlocked liquidity rate. There's going to be an uneven distribution of tokens, I guess a low total value locked. And I mentioned this a little bit before, but lack of social media engagements, right? Suspicious websites. You know, you look at some like domain names at those websites, DNS records, things of that nature. Absence of audits, right? There's no checks and balances on anything. And I think additional to this, always do your own research. Pay attention to the project roadmaps. That's one bullet that I would put on there. Tying that into some of the other projects that we know these developers were also scamming on, was they had identical roadmaps, meaning that they literally copied and pasted word for word the same exact plan for the roadmaps. But I wanted to share this story with you guys, one, to bring awareness to you about the precautions that you should kind of take buying, trading, minting NFTs, as well as other cryptos, right? So I think this message can kind of transcend through the whole crypto community. Obviously, my channel is tailored around mining, but there are a lot of, I guess, interconnections between all of this stuff. If you guys found this helpful, let me know in the comments below. If you have a similar story to tell, I would be extremely interested to hear that. So if you like this content, guys, hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. We will see you on the next video. Take care.